Hotep. So here at Unique Cuisines, for our main entree, we have some yellow rice with vegetables and some sautéed chicken. How we did the chicken was we marinated it with some robusto Italian seasoned dressing, and then we placed some granulated onions, some granulated garlic, complete seasoning, and adobo, and we allowed it to marinate in the fridge. Afterwards, we put a little oil in the pan and we fried the chicken a little bit just to give it a little color. And after we fried each chicken, we took them out and we used the seasoning that was in the oil to fry the vegetables to give it the same seasoning. And afterwards, we took the vegetables and we put the chicken back in. And then we placed the vegetables on top of the chicken to allow everything in the pot to marinate together to become one seasoning and one taste.
And so your preparation time was?
It took about no longer than 25 minutes.
Thank you.
How much would you say this entire dish, this particular dish, would cost
Well,
to
for a
prepare?
family of four, no more than $50. For a family of four, no more than $50. That's mine.
Thank you. And I heard your explanation of the preparation, but I must say that this is very, very tasty. It's very unique. A beautiful blend of seasonings is what I'm tasting. And so, without revealing much of your secret, please share with us one thing that we may not expect to be in this dish.
Well, most of the times when people cook sauteed chicken, they just allow the vegetables and the seasoning to be in their gravy. But our secret, and I am going to share the secret, our secret was we used some white wine, and the white wine that we used was is called Birds and the Bees, and you can find it in any local drugstore, and it's an excellent cooking wine.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Tasting the rice, right? And basically use the white rice, brown rice, yellow rice. You have what? Yellow rice
No, the yellow rice was actually made using your regular parboiled rice and adding some yellow seasoning. And yellow seasoning is a Sazon brand. You can find it's very hard to find, let me tell you. But we found it because I had some in my kitchen. We've got it from away in the US. So it's very hard to find, but once you find it, trust me, you have to buy it because it's a catch.
Presentation of the rice.
Hotep. The rice was made in a container. We put the rice in in a container and then we placed it on the bowl upside down, and then we take the container from from on top of the rice, and then it came into a nice shape of the bowl, and then with the tomatoes we we cut the tomatoes up, and then we just place them on the different sides of the plate, and then for the chicken we just after we place the rice we put the chicken on at an angle facing each other, and then we put some of the gravy on the rice. Thank you.
Now, Tyeisha, can you talk a little bit about the rice, its ingredients and preparation as well, additional to what Nyckara shared?
So for the rice, we prepared it by just using butter, yellow seasoning, garlic, and some vegetables. And we placed it inside a rice cooker and just let it sit there. We didn't really turn it at all, so it just came out just like that, just beautifully how we prepared it. And once we put it inside the container, once Aneya put it inside the container, it just came out in a beautiful form, like how you see here today. And that's how we prepared it.
Okay, usually, so we are benefactors, we will come and eat and enjoy, but while in the kitchen there must have been some challenges. So, and so you're smiling. And so I just want to know, what were some of the challenges that you experienced while each of you in your own what was a tense moment? A tense moment or an unsure moment because you have a team racing against the time. So what was that like? I only get to see it from television. So share with us.
Well, racing against the time is just as hard as you see it on TV. There's no joke. It's very hard. You have to make sure that everything is in the right order, everything is placed correctly, and everything is presentable. Because if it's not presentable, then you're not going to have good comments. And if you don't have good comments, the restaurant is not as great as you thought it would be. So here at Unique Cuisines, we did have some challenges with the rice. But the rice did come out as we expected it to do. And it did come out as just exactly how we wanted it to. But the challenge was that the vegetables. We didn't put them in time, but during to the matter of God, it helped. And the vegetables are done perfectly and mixed perfectly with the rice. Thank you.
Aneya?
Also, another thing about the rice, when we put it on the plate, it started to fall. So we started hyperventilating, and but we got it off, and then we started another one. So it was good.
Thank you. It looks good.
Well, one of the main problems we had was our entree was actually supposed to come with boiled plantains. And as we looked at the time, we realized we didn't have any time to boil any plantains. So we had to just come as we are and smile and act as if nothing was going on. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Now, several things. And so just wanted to piggyback and then I'll allow the other judges to speak. In the case of the boiled plantain, it takes about 5 minutes.
Exactly.
And so what could still happen, because Reverend Roll, Reverend Roll asked for her boiled plantains.
Oh, we actually have it on the stove right now.
Yeah, and so then it could be served even after. And that would be beautiful because the sweetness of the plantain will then just now marinate and beautifully now just taper off all of the different seasonings. So that's not a loss. It was a challenge, but you can still salvage.
Yes, ma'am.